Hey, what's going on YouTube? Elo here, coming in with another deck profile, and today this is what I've been playing. We're covering Firekings, kind of my idea and opinions about it. Obviously the deck's gonna get insanely better post Phantom Nightmare. Bonfire's already out. We just don't have access to Populous yet, but once that comes out, like I said, the deck is just gonna get a significant boost, as well as most fire decks like Rescue Ace. But nonetheless, this is the list that I've been playing for the time being. I'm doing triple Kieran, doing the double Garunix, double Ponix, just because we are playing the Wanted engine, and this is kind of realistically the only target you're ever getting to off the Wanted engine, so I think it's fine at 2, just don't want to clog up your hand. One or double Arvada, one Ring Bali, and then the one Barong. I've had application from this card. I'm surprised not a lot of people play it. Just because whenever you do bring out Arvada, unless you're like not normal summoning it, it's going to be with Kieran just so it's effects live. Because if you're Arvada special anything back, it's not going to have its effects live. But if you Kieran special it back, it's going to have its effects live. So having this in hand to pop with Kieran and then triggering Garunix to pop another Kieran and special back, I've been able to stop a couple evenly matches, which is what this deck pretty much folds to. Well, I wouldn't say folds to, but you know, it hurts the deck more getting evenly matched rather than not. So yeah, that's why I kind of like it there. It's came up a couple times, like I said, where it does help having it rather than not having it. That's my lineup for the Fireking monsters. For the rest of the deck, we're playing the Snake Eyes cards. Not a lot to say. This helps you just link climb and OTK as well. Star, like I said, I'm probably going to bump this up to 2, just so I have more consistency with the Wanted package, just because it's horrible sometimes drawing the Witch and the quick play spell to spoils the Wanted poster. So it's always cool if you're able to try and bait it and resolve it and then just activate Witch after. So can't complain. Like I said, this is the slight boost the deck has right now, just because it helps you link climb, set up bigger plays, and just a bigger board on that board. Then 3 non-engine slots. Fenrir is still probably the best card going first or second. It just builds up hand advantage and puts on so much pressure going second to be able to banish a card, add another copy of itself, and beat over the SP mainly is what we like it for. The hand traps, exact same lineup that I've been going with. Nothing's changed here. I'm going with the triple Ash, triple Valor, triple Imperm. So far I haven't had any issues with it, so I can't complain. This just hits everything all around at the moment. You're always going to want to hit things just generically in the main deck, you know. As much as I want these to be ghost spells, I'm not always playing against Fireking or what's the other one, Labyrinth. So, you know, I can toss it in, but it just have to be a metal cog. Everybody is actually on Fireking. So. Onto the spells. For the Fireking spells, I'm playing triple Sanctuary, double Island, and then one of each. I think this card is cuttable as much as it has came up, and as much as I do like having an extra target, because I'm maxing out on Sanctuaries just so I play less into Droll. Because if you go Ponix, add Sanctuary, and get Drolled, it's just going to make Island dead, so I'd rather just activate Sanctuary, activate Sanctuary, or activate Sanctuary, activate Island, and then get my Surge and get Drolled after, because past that it doesn't matter. Or if this gets ashed, I guess I'll normal the Ponix and add something else to be able to give me follow-up. But yeah, this is the ratios I said. Like I said, this is probably potentially cuttable. If you're able to use this to OTK, you should already be winning the game, so I think it's fine. This one's probably going to turn to another Star. Yeah, I think that's the only change I would really make there. For our Wanted engine, obviously triple poster and the one normal spell. This just adds insane consistency to the deck, lets you play, like I said, with those Snake Eyes cards, so you're able to build up another board and go into that Heat Soul play just to build up insane advantage. And lastly, for our defensive cards, we got double Talons, one Called By. I've been liking this ratio. I still think Talents is a nuts card, especially with everybody ending on an SP. It's almost always going to get resolved. It's super strong going first or second. Vice versa with Call By as well at the moment. Alright, for the extra deck, XYZs, I'm only playing 3. As cool as this guy is, I feel like you only ever need 1. The real MVP has been Dingirsu. It's helped me out a couple cards that have been issues, and as well as set up kind of like technically a floodgate for cards that want to pop, so it helps out a lot. Like I said, out of these 3, I probably got into Ding the most, so shouts out Dingirsu for being strong still. Link 1s, we got Amaraj, Anima, and Link Rebo. You need that for the Heat Soul play, or this as well, but that's just easier to go into. Anima just puts on pressure in case you ever normal Onyx and already have the setup in hand with Runix and Kirin or any other fire essentially. Onyx just turns into a disruption, so it's always good to have. And for our Link 2s, I'm playing Sunlight Wolf, SP, IP, and the Hida. The IP is the only thing that I would change. I've never ended on it or gone into it realistically, so this could probably be a dark. A dark has came up for me like once or twice where I wish I had it and I would have been able to go into SP or into an access code or into anything else essentially to be able to help me out. So I'm probably going to cut the IP and change it for a dark. For our Link 3s, I'm only playing 2, the Celine to OTK, and then the He Soul, which is a broken card. Being able to draw 2 after being able to full combo is insane. And you get to add 3 cards back to hand plus another 2. So you're always going to see your hand traps. That's my favorite line to go into. If you're sure they don't have a Nibiru, it's always nice to end on that. And then our Link 4s, Appaloosa, Access Code, and then I guess Link 5. The Underworld Goddess. This has came up to where there's a body I can't out, so I'll just link away with it. Access Code to help OTK, I just explained it. And Appaloosa has actually been an MVP. I love ending on this card. If I'm able to end on it, I for sure always will, just because being able to end on monster negates and then play from your hand in graveyard the following turn is insane. And that's the best way to play around evenly matched, which is what hurts this deck the most. So I'll just go end on Appaloosa, keep everything in hand. And like I said, on the follow-up, you have Wanted Poster to put back and draw 1, as well as the regular spell to be able to put back your Dark Witch. It shouldn't matter if we play 2, but you know, this is what I'm playing for here. And then I guess I'll cover the side deck as well. I did change this up a little bit, and I think I am going to change it again just because I've been testing the side deck a bit. There's obviously cards that aren't as strong as I thought they were going to be or haven't performed as well as I thought, but obviously you need Droll. There's still Manadamium. This hurts Fireking as well. And it stops decks from obviously FTKing essentially by building up a big board. The Double Bell that I'm a fan of as well. Like I said, that's for the Mirror and Labyrinth. Like I said, I wish these could go on main, but we're always not playing into those matchups the majority of the time. So next, I got the Summon Limits. I want to bump up this card to 3. This is probably the best Floodgate I've been able to play because we're only ever going to special off Garunix and Kirin. And that's already 2 summons during your opponent's turn, which gives you essentially your pop, which is all you really need to be able to disrupt the board, especially plus Summon Limit. Because if we're able to pop 1 card when you Summon Limit them, that means they can't even go into SP to be able to clear this out. So I'm a big fan of this. I'm probably going to bump this up to 3. Like I said, I got to make some changes here. Evenly matched. It's evenly matched. As well, for the rest of the back row hate, we got Double Cosmics, which I'm probably going to change to Lightning Storms. It's just going to have a little bit more application that way, which is fine. But as much as I like it, and it's performed pretty well, I don't know, it might just get switched to Lightning Storms. But I'm still a big fan of it, because it turns into a disrupt on your opponent's turn, especially if you're playing against any Runic or card, or the, what's that called? The Horus cards, the gold sarcophagus. If you're able to just hit that on your opponent's turn, that's insane. But we already have that in the form of Skyburn, so you know. And lastly, just because I still respect Pearly, and this is a Floodgate essentially going first as well against some decks. Triple Spellbound. It hasn't really performed for me at all. I haven't really seen a need to use it yet. Like I said, I'm probably going to cut these at the 3rd summon limit in, just because this is essentially a better version of that. And nonetheless, that's the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you think, your thoughts and opinions. And if there's any ways to improve the deck, please let me know. I always appreciate that. Like and subscribe as always, and thank you.